Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin. Thanks for finding me here today. And I just want to say, if you're new to the videos here and you see videos all out of order, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And then if you hit the notification bell, they should tell you that we've got new videos coming out. They actually come out every day. So if you want to just check back, well, almost every day, you can just check back and see the videos in order. I know a lot of you find us and then you've got all these videos you can watch, and we get comments on videos that are a year old or 2 years old. And that's okay too. I mean, I appreciate you going through and looking at them. But it is fun to play along at real-time speed, IRL, as we like to say a little bit. That is something that it means in real life, which actually is like doesn't even make any sense that I used it when I used it, but that's how I roll. And for those of you who would like to support us in what we do here, just leaving a comment, liking videos, sharing them, that type of thing is a free way to help out and support us. Also, there are memberships. There's a little Abraham Lincoln button at the end you can click and learn about those if you so choose. It gives you a chance to hear me yabbering. And speaking of yabbering, here we go. So I was complaining about NGC charging $200. $200 in iPandy21 says, all right, well, at least they wrote you a letter. I wrote 2 emails to your store inquiring about selling coins to you and did not get so much as a no thanks, not interested. That's not good customer service either. All right, so guilty as charged. I know I have at least one email sitting there that's at least a week or 2 weeks old that I'm trying to get back to, and I haven't yet. This is an ongoing challenge for us, and for some perspective, not excuses, just perspective. We went from not really getting emails to getting quite a few emails, and we have a full-time store to run, and I am not good at getting back to emails. And so that is something that we're trying to work on internally because of the way we're staffed and the way that the store operates, and there's not a good excuse for it. Every email should get a personal response. I do know that we have good customer service for most people, but I know we dropped the ball, and so for that I apologize. And we're going to try to get better. We're trying to make 2022 a good year on all accounts for all of our customers, and it's kind of been a focal point for us, so I apologize. And also, this is just a side note, I feel really obligated that I'm supposed to try to buy everything that comes in the door or people offer to me, and that's just not good. In a way, it's not really good business. Like, I think that I should buy everything and make an offer on everything, but the reality is I don't have customers for every type of numismatic product that walks in the door. And so I probably shouldn't. I should say, hey, these things aren't for us. And so I'm going to look back and see. We do get back to pretty much everybody, even if it's a late response. So if we haven't responded yet, I'm going to be looking at my email here right after this and see what's going on. All right, Serby, let me see. You can essentially blame the trading card craze for this, talking about all the grading problems and NGC charging more money. Except I think existing graded coin prices will rise since it costs more to grade anything. This was an interesting comment. I was thinking about this because this whole concept of where the grading market is going, with their increasing costs, but also they're increasing costs to dealers who previously didn't have to pay anything to be a dealer member with NGC. Now NGC is going to charge them $200 a year, which I know doesn't seem like a big deal if you use the services quite a bit. But at the end of the day, will people start to use the services less and less? Or are they just going to continue to feed the beast that's taking 4 months to return submissions that used to take 4 weeks to return submissions? That's the big question here, and that's something maybe I need to put in my 2022 prediction videos. Will they catch up? Will NGC and PCG catch up on submissions? Will people put fewer submissions in? That's a good question. And by doing so, will there be fewer coins graded on the market? Well, there won't be fewer coins graded on the market because by definition, every year you're actually having more and more graded coins entering the marketplace. Now, they can enter the marketplace at a slower rate, so that is definitely a possibility. And we will see. We will see what happens over time. Maybe I'll do a prediction on that. Creator Zaw, do you think this, referring again to the NGC $200 fee to dealers, et cetera, and raising prices, that more people would be becoming accepting of ICG and ANACS for grading? So on these videos, there were a lot of comments about people who think ANACS is going to really make their way into the system better. And I continue to think that they have to get past the gatekeepers that are a combination of, well, the consumer, who, by the way, really needs their mind changed. It's not just the gatekeepers, but I'm going to talk about the gatekeepers, and that is eBay, that is Heritage, a little bit of great collections, but especially eBay and Heritage and the Gray Sheet. Those three really make up a large portion of who has credibility and who doesn't. But at the end of the day, the marketplace is still determined by the marketplace. The number of collectors who really have interest or not interest in ANACS is pretty consistent. There are more people who like ANACS than used to, but the reality is, if you want to buy a really expensive high-grade Morgan dollar, the respect for their grading is not there. And that's in the open marketplace. That's just when I'm trying to deal with a knowledgeable collector. They're not looking for ANACS coins. If they want to buy an expensive coin, they're looking for PCGS or NGC. And that has been pretty consistent. Tom says, Ben, you should have a YouTube contest to guess the grade and the turnaround time. Well, this is fun because, yes, guessing the grade, we do that once in a while with a video where I'll show the video and you can guess the grade, and then we have a reveal kind of at the end of the video. And then guessing the turnaround time, though, this one's kind of fun because I haven't done that, and we really should put up a guess the grade. But there's something else that really triggered me on this, and that is I am so sick of sports gambling advertising since it became legal, like in every state. I see sports gambling like every 30 seconds, and it drives me nuts. And all I can think about is they probably have, you go to Caesar's Palace or whatever, they probably have over-unders on turnaround time at PCGS and NGC. We could start our own gambling ring internally with the grading system. You know, what is the turnaround time going to be? And then everyone can stand and cheer and waste their money. All right. What does a dealer get for the $199 that a private person membership does not get? I don't think there's really anything. I had someone else ask about the dealer versus the member who is not a dealer. You have access as a member to NGC that all the same things the dealer does. I think the only difference is bulk submissions, but even bulk submissions, I think if you are an individual, you can just call them up and get bulk submission pricing. They have bulk submission rules around how many coins you have to send in and what type they have to be to qualify as bulk. I know a lot of people hope that that number is like 20 coins, but it's like 100 coins, and you have to have a very limited number of different years in them. So that is, it's the same. I think the dealers and members pretty much have the same access to everything. Supposedly they're going to have more dealer things involved, but as far as I can tell, if you're a member of NGC, you get all the same perks that a dealer does. You know, I don't have special access to any information that you don't have access to. So there you go. All right, comment on this micro O video that I had, and Sam's asking, are there any pickup points to ensure that the coin is not altered or added mint mark? Maybe you can elaborate a little bit to that. I'll have to make a full video when I get some good examples and samples in of stuff with added mint marks. Generally speaking, there's a very tricky way to look at added mint marks, and that is they actually would add mint marks by drilling into the edge of the coin, and then you would emboss, you would press up from the metal. So for coins that have mint marks that are near the edge, so like a buffalo nickel, you know, that's the type of coin where they can actually drill in the edge and emboss so that the metal is not, so the mint mark is not added with any type of solder. It's actually the metal pressed up, so it can be pretty deceiving. Of course, then you have this problem where on the rim of the coin, the third side of the coin, you can see something there. Also, generally speaking, added mint marks have different types of halo effects. So if the is embossed, like I'm talking about, there's actually a little halo effect around there. Also, when they add a mint mark to a coin, it's really tricky to add a mint mark to a coin without leaving solder. So thanks for the question. That's something that's got to be long term. I got to find some coins that I can really show you close up. I got to find some altered coins. If anybody has any with an added mint mark, I'd love to do a video on them. All right, the great and wonderful me. Question: how is there no tarnish on 120-year-old silver? Actually, it's very common to see old silver coins 2,000 years old that don't have tarnish to them. Silver is a very strong metal in general, and the more silver purity you have in a coin, the less likely it is to have a chemical reaction with the world and environment around it. And the more often it is in a dry environment, the less likely also it is. So, your coins will react depending on where they are stored, what they're stored in, and the humidity and the heat and things like that. So if it's stored in a certain type of cardboard box or a crate that maybe has some paper lining, usually there is sulfur in the old, like this old paper here. Usually there's sulfur in the paper, and that will release gas over time. But if coins are kept just in an old pouch, or, well, pouch is a bad idea also. Those old leather pouches, they turn the coins green. So anyways, the quick answer is depending on the environment around it, it's going to tone or not tone, tarnish or not tarnish. And so a lot of coins, if they're just kept in a cupboard on a shelf somewhere, there's a pretty good chance they're not exposed to enough chemicals and heat variation to tarnish. And like I said, silver in and of itself is pretty robust. All right, Robert says, okay, this is a good one. Unless they're coming out of a private collection, I always wonder why such high-end, expensive coins haven't been certified yet. It gives both the dealer and the buyer confidence in what they're getting for their money. So referring to a Morgan dollar that I paid $3,500 for that was not certified. And I honestly think the same thing. Lots of times, Robert, when I see a coin that is an expensive coin that is not certified, I often think, okay, why isn't this certified? In my mind, I think it's been certified before and there was a problem. They didn't grade it the way the guy wanted. There's a lot of that happens. Now, I do run into coins that are not certified that are more expensive because they're just in an old collection, or because they are from someone who is old school and doesn't want to get coins certified. We had a video, must have been like a year ago by now, of a gentleman who literally collected $1 million coins, but he didn't want them certified. I mean, he was just old school. He wanted his coins raw. And he didn't get his coins certified until it came to sell them because he realized the market pressure and what it was. And, he kind of was obligated, so to speak, to get them certified to be able to sell them well. And but he has a real disdain for the entire grading game, and so there's plenty of old school guys out there like that who do not want to get coins certified. So guys, listen, hey, thanks for watching. I will try to do a better job. My goals for 2022, which is when this video is being filmed, is to do a better job responding to emails. So apologies once again, and doing a better job with coins and customers. And thank you for all of you who understand and are patient with me because, I'm human and full of faults. And also, thanks for watching and thanks for asking questions. And I always like to respond to them and get back to you. And Q&A questions are these videos. The Q&As are amongst my favorite to produce. So I hope you get something from them every time we put them out there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.